my wife and I are both retired Air Force. We both did 20 plus years. After I retired, I worked overseas in the war zone for a couple of years, and then came back here and started my civilian career. I was diagnosed with cancer in 2015. My wife said I need to stay home and get better, so we started into chemo and started doing some other therapy, mental health counseling for PTSD, and that's led me to where I am now with enough free time, enough extra time that I can really pour into Pierre. Our pastor asked me to mentor and help another couple with a child they were fostering through AGAPE. We had no idea what AGAPE was, who they were, or anything. We did meet Pierre and his foster parents, and they gave us a little bit of information about what AGAPE is, who they are, and what they did. And we're doing respite care. As it progressed, the situation changed and they couldn't keep Pierre any longer, and we were asked to take Pierre in. Yeah, he has 4 siblings, and they're all displaced in different places. He is the oldest. He had to be the adult in the house at 8 or 9 years old. He did shopping, grocery shopping for the family, things like that, in a really rough part of the city, and he came through it. Very resilient. We've been able to work with him with a lot of structure and a lot of love. The kid is hilarious. Like, he says things that, like, I don't know that I knew the stuff that he knows at 10 years old. He's really smart. He's really funny. He loves God. He loves other people. He does like to help. He's a big helper. Someone asked him about chores. What's his least favorite? And he said, I like doing all of them. And then he thought about it and he's like, well, cutting grass is kind of hard. It's hot outside, but I'll even do that. So he likes to help mom with groceries because he said it makes his guns get bigger.
To watch him grow the last 6 months that we've had him, like, we always make sure that we're praying at dinner and we're praying at bedtime. And when Pierre first got to us, it was a really quick bedtime prayer. Well, now he's progressed. I mean, his prayers are sometimes longer than my bedtime prayers because he's wanting to make sure that he's making sure George gets home safe, or the kids come home when they're out, or he's thinking about his mom or even his siblings, and he's including them in his prayers as well.
AGAPE is our go-between between DCS and Pierre. They step in whenever we need help with anything. If it's scheduling visits, court appointments, doctor's appointments, whatever it is, they help us keep that on track. They also help us with training. We're required training every year, and they set the training up for us. They offer multiple opportunities. They let us know what the state's offering, and they keep us plugged in, really. They also have a network of other families that we can go to and reach out to. AGAPE, if it weren't for them, I don't think we could ever do it. I think the first thing is we have to recognize how blessed we are. The things that we have, the resources we have, the love that's been given to us. I mean, you can't keep that for yourself. You need to share that.
I know that we are very blessed, but sometimes you're envious even of what other people have. But to bring a child in your home who's lived with nothing and slept on a floor, and for them to walk in the house and just be amazed by how blessed we are, to be able to share that with them is pretty special.
I was putting him to bed and we were talking, and I just told him how happy I was that I was back and that he was in our family, and he said, I'm just really glad you're my dad. And he gave me a big hug, and whew, yeah.
And that's pretty big because he's never had a dad that's in his life that we know of. So for him to recognize that this is what it should look like is pretty good.